Hi guys, how's it going? Okay, I've made several takes of this video and I just can't get it right. This video is really about not so much the upcoming election, but really the hatred and anger that's being spouted off by some Republicans. I'm not going to lump all of them in. There's some very good Republicans. First, let me mention them. There's Chuck Hagel of Nebraska, Leslie Graham of South Carolina, Orrin Hatch of Utah. These are very good Republicans and conservatives that I admire and respect. Even John McCain I highly admire and respect. But there are other Republicans who have recently spouted hate and anger and, quite simply, intolerance, whether it be Sarah Palin questioning the patriotism or if Barack Obama is American enough, or if it's Michelle Bachmann, a representative from Minnesota, the 3rd Congressional District, saying that Barack Obama is un-American, or there's some guy from North Carolina, I keep forgetting his name, Robin Hayes. Yes, that's right, Robin Hayes. He says liberals hate real Americans. And now Sarah Palin again today has said something about real Americans. I can't even read what she says because it just makes me nauseous. And then, of course, Rush Limbaugh, famous for his tolerance and open-mindedness, has said that the recent endorsement by Colin Powell, former Secretary of State under George W. Bush, was totally about race. And I just really curious what you guys think of this recent anger by these religious conservatives or radical Republicans. I don't even know what to call them because they're just kind of a big amalgamation of conservatives who are radical. And I'm not, again, not going to lump all Republicans in that because there are some very good Republicans who have this country's interests at heart and who really want this country to succeed and excel. But there are these Republicans out there who are very, very radical and almost to the point of fanatical and borderline fascist. And they're talking about setting up committees to define who's a real American and testing all the congressional members for un-American activities and things of that nature. And it's frightening. That is frightening to me because this country already went through the McCarthyism era in the 50s. That's when Joseph McCarthy, senator from Wisconsin, set up a committee for un-American activities, basically a witch hunt against communists and others that he didn't like. And when did they become so intolerant? When did these radical Republicans become so intolerant of different people in America? I mean, we are the great melting pot. We have so many different cultures and beliefs and lifestyles and just so many differences. Why have they become so intolerant and this anger? Are they angry at George W. Bush? Are they angry at other people? I don't even know who they're angry at. They're just angry, whether it be Rush Limbaugh or Michelle Bachmann or Sarah Palin. And they frighten me in the respect of their rhetoric because it reminds me of Nazi Germany, of Adolf Hitler, of Joseph Goebbels, the propaganda minister, or Heinrich Himmler, who basically implemented the genocide against the Jewish people as well as other what they called inferior races. And it scares me. We're a democracy. We have the freedom of speech. We have the freedom of choice. And we have all these freedoms, and yet they are so intolerant of other people and their lifestyles and their belief systems and their religions. I don't get it. It's frightening that our democracy is being compromised, and our media is just sitting back there, just going, as long as we get ratings, that's fine. We don't really want to mess with that stuff, and that scares me. There's no checks and balances left, and we need checks and balances. Whether it be on the judicial side or the executive side or the legislative side or even the media side. That's the fourth unofficial checks and balance. And we're not getting it. We're getting these representatives and leaders spouting off hate and rhetoric that is intolerant of real Americans. real Americans question this country and the direction we're going in. Real Americans question our government and its motives. And all they want is real Americans who wave flags and passively give in to their so-called morality. And I don't think it's any coincidence that most of the radical Republicans are hypocrites, because they hide behind morality, they hide behind waving the flag, and they don't practice what they preach. Let's just say that. Whether they're hiding out in the bathroom in an airport or soliciting pages in Washington, D.C., or, whatever. And I'm not saying Democrats are perfect or independents are perfect, because, no, they're not. But they don't hide behind this morality and say, gosh, we must uphold the Institute of the Family and this, that, and the other thing, and go to church 5 times a week. And they don't hide behind that. Whereas these radical Republicans do. And they're, of course, hypocrites, because then they find out they're having an illicit affair. So anyways, I'm just curious what you think is a real American, or what you would define in your country as a real citizen. In America here, unfortunately, this country is seemingly hijacked by these radical and fanatical Republicans. I'm not saying that there isn't radical Democrats or leftists or left-wingers, because there is. They're anarchists. They don't want any laws, they don't want any government, and they're a bunch of crap too. And that's kind of ironic, because the radicals on both ends of the political spectrum are very close to one another when it comes to intolerance of democracy. So, I don't know. Just let me know. I'm not going to bash Bush. He's done. He's already made his mistakes. We're looking forward, and we try to, fix the problems that we've had. But gosh, I'm just so sick of the intolerance and the labeling of, oh, you're not a real American. You know what? Who are you to judge? Judge not, lest you be judged yourself. Where did that come from? Maybe you should read that book. See ya. Bye.